Hey guys, Joe here. Not sure why the video looks off. I'm going to try to make this video quickly. I don't know because how I am, it's probably not. So probably won't upload it anyway. Anyway, so I want to talk about having ADD and running a business because I don't see too many people talking about it, right? And honestly, I didn't put too much thought into it until now. I'm doing more and more research because honestly, my aspirations before were just not that high, right? It was I'm building a fence supply company and we're going to do a bunch of cool shit and that's it, right? And then, I've spent a decent amount of time, actually a really long ass time for someone like me, and I decided I'm going to, over the course of the next 20 years, build the, biggest fence supply company in the country. And honestly, it's not just to build so I can say, oh, I got the biggest company. It's literally so that way I can help the most amount of people. I'm trying to make the most amount of impact that I possibly can, and just going to get bigger because of that. So anyway, because of that, before, when I was building a company, where I was, where I currently am versus where I want to get to, obviously there's a gap, but not that big of a gap. But now it's I'm looking where I am versus that 20-year goal. And honestly, it's probably not the healthiest thing to do, but it's such a huge disparity that now my flaws are they were already there and I already had to deal with them, but they were so freaking, it's so big now that it's I need to take care of these problems now, right? And before I can even take care of the problems, I have to be able to know what the hell's going on, right? And so I've been spending more time learning about ADD and what it is versus what it's not and things like that. And I think based on what I'm seeing, and it makes more and more sense, and my opinion may change, over time, and I'm sure it will. But what I thought I knew about ADD versus what it is, two totally different things, right? So ADD, we're oh, you can't focus, right? Or, some people are super hyper, my wife, and then once she takes Adderall or, whatever, she starts calming down. Whereas me, I'm always mellow, where the Adderall or whatever typically will help boost that for me, right? And then I didn't know why, right? And so what I'm seeing from that aspect, why I'm always tired and things like that, is because of low dopamine, which is a very common, it's one of the main things for ADD, right? And so if you're dealing with any kind, any of these symptoms or stupid shit that you've done, if it kind of relate, if it's anything similar to this, you might have a dopamine problem, right? And the bad part is, honestly, a lot of times with the low dopamine, we're trying to get more dopamine. We end up doing a bunch of stupid shit that really hurts us in the long term because of this, right? And so anyway, I'll go through some of this stuff. If there is something that you, the shit that you really love to do, it takes no effort to do it. But the stuff that you don't enjoy whatsoever, if you're procrastinating for, hours or weeks or months or whatever, you probably have either, ADD, low dopamine, something like that, right? Because with ADD, we have chronically low dopamine levels, which makes it way harder for us to concentrate on certain things, right? Things that we don't care about. Now, on the flip side, if you find yourself that you can hyper focus on something that you're interested in for crazy long periods of time, that's again another thing with ADD, low dopamine, things like that. If you find that you're causing a lot of chaos in your business or in your personal life and family and stuff like that, could be a low dopamine thing. Why? Because you're more or less bored and you create these issues and problems because it's exciting, right? It gives your body that, dopamine hit. Some of the other things, if your memory sucks, could be low dopamine, right? It happens all the time for me, and honestly, it's annoying because I'll be trying to talk to a you know, there'll be customers that are coming in that I've talked to so many times, and I still, oh God, I hope someone's coming for her. You still, like, I still don't know what the hell their name is. Like, it's so bad, and I feel horrible, and it's like, oh, you just don't care. No, it's like I can't fucking remember. So anyway, there's that. Trying to think what else. There's the other ones. If you feel like this isn't really me, but actually sometimes I guess it is. So the other thing is, you know, for people with ADD, low dopamine, things like that, you know, you're quicker to assume that like what someone's saying is like a personal attack, right? I don't know why this is. I haven't jumped into too much of this, to be honest with you. It's just, you know, one of the things that I read on there. If you're tired all the time, same thing. Could be a low dopamine issue. I deal with that same thing myself. And if you're the type that also, you know, everyone's on social media and stuff like that, but it's, you know, people with ADD, low dopamine, stuff like that, they are typically more likely to do drugs. And the reason for it is because they're chronically low dopamine. You're looking to, you know, not always consciously, but sometimes subconsciously, you need to, you know, have that. So you're more likely to do drugs. There's more shit that I'm sure I'm forgetting. If you're unorganized, that's another sign, you know. It's common to telltale signs, but, you know, that's just shit that we deal with. So anyway, if you have any questions... sorry, I'm picking up my son from school. So anyway, if you have anything that you have questions on, let me know. And I'll be doing like more and more about this because I honestly think that it's a much bigger problem than what anyone ever realizes. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'll probably if I remember, do some kind of thing or a whole series on this kind of stuff. So anyway, talk to you. See ya. Bye.